Hey everybody, it's Pim Coop, and the Republican National Convention came and went, and a lot of people who are Ron Paul supporters and delegates are irritated, annoyed, pissed off, aggravated, irritated, and just all disappointed at the way that their delegates were treated, the way that Ron Paul was treated, and the way that the Republicans showed that they don't want new faces in the Republican Party, that they don't want liberty-minded people in the Republican Party, that they just want the same status quo type people in the Republican Party, and that's it, end of discussion, and the rest of you just go the hell away. And you would think that they would want more younger people in the party, because a lot of Democrats are getting younger folks, you know, like myself, to sign up to their party to support the Democrats. They would think that, hey, if we're able to get a lot of younger faces in the Republican Party, get this support, hey, I want this type of candidate to be more infiltrated in the Republican Party. Hey, he didn't win the election, let's make him, you know, something in Mitt Romney's campaign. Let's make him a, you know, like a chairman or something, or let's make him a media guy, or let's do something in this party, you know. Let's make him something so we can keep the Ron Paul people in the party to make this Republican Party grow with younger folks. Because a lot of Republicans are just older people that have been with the party for years, and people like myself aren't really, you know, siding with one party yet, or we're going to the Democratic Party, and it's a small portion people like me who are sticking with Republicans. And the way that this whole election cycle went, and the way that Mitt Romney treated us, I feel that we should backstab him and vote for somebody else. And I'm not saying Obama, because Obama's just as bad as Mitt Romney, as Ron Paul has shown. We should vote for Gary Johnson. And just hear me out before you guys are screaming, Gary Johnson! Or I'm writing in Ron Paul, screw Gary Johnson. Ron Paul is the only candidate for me. Just hear me out. The Libertarian Party has never gotten more than 1% of the vote in its whole existence, no matter who was running. Even when Ron Paul was running in 1988, he only got 1% of the vote. So why not this election cycle? We all rally together throughout the whole country and get them 5 to 10% of the votes. That way we can show that all the Ron Paul supporters and liberty-minded people, no matter what party you're affiliated with, go and vote for Gary Johnson, will then show, hey, we don't like the way that you treated Ron Paul delegates. We don't like the way you treated us. We don't like the way that the Republicans acted. We don't like the way that the Democrats acted towards us. That way, it will show, hey, we are a strong niche group of people that can persuade each state. We're not going to vote for the two-party system anymore. We're not going to allow the Republicans where we sit there and backstab us, or the Democrats sit there and backstab us. So we're going to go and vote for somebody else that will throw our vote that could have possibly went to you to somebody else, which would be Gary Johnson. That doesn't mean you have to support him at all, like anything about him. You voting for him will make a bigger message than just writing in Ron Paul's name. Even some states that do allow write-ins would just say, oh, this person prefers Ron Paul, or prefers this candidate, but that doesn't really count as a vote. It just counts as just who you prefer, but they're just going to crumble it up and throw it away. And that's why the vote's going to be worthless, because no one's going to recognize it and say, wait a second, Ron Paul did have a lot of support. Maybe we should have rethought how we ran the convention and how we treated the Ron Paul people, because it's just going to be thrown away right when they look at the tallies, and they're not going to say, well, Ron Paul got 27 votes in Texas or California. No, it's just going to be thrown away. It just shows that that's who you prefer when it goes to the balance to be counted. Oh, this person prefers this, but then they're just going to throw it away and not count it on the television. But if you get Gary Johnson 5, 6, 7% of the votes, in some swing states like Ohio, Louisiana, Missouri, it's only like a 1 or 2 point difference between Obama and Mitt Romney, and they're saying, oh, the Ron Paul people are the undecided. The undecideds are the ones that are going to be the turning point for this election. If you vote Gary Johnson and boost him up to 5, 6, 7% of the votes throughout the whole country, then that way it will show a bigger message saying, these parties can't screw us anymore. We're not going to stick around and let them screw us. We're going to go and have our votes be heard in another way. We're going to vote for somebody else who's going to take votes away from the two-party system, and it's going to go and show that we're a good niche group of people who have certain visions, certain views, and if you don't approve of them, then we're going to take the vote that could have possibly went to you, and we're going to vote for somebody else that's going to take that vote away from you, and we're going to show that you screw us, these are the votes that you could have had throughout the country, an extra 2, 3, 4% boost throughout the country in polling numbers in this state or that state. So that's why I feel that we should vote Gary Johnson and not write in Ron Paul, and still work inside the Republican Party also to get the liberty-minded senators, congressmen, you know, township people in there. Don't quit on that. Just vote Gary Johnson to show a bigger message to Mitt Romney that we're not going to stick around and let him push us around, and we're not going to vote for him as president. Gary Johnson's who we're voting for. So that's what I think we should do, is vote Gary Johnson.